Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Before we get into today's session, I'd first like to take a moment to thank our sponsor for today's video, which is INNATE. INNATE is a soundscapes app backed by neuroscience patented technology that creates personalized audio experiences. It reacts to input like time of day, weather, heart rate, and location, and can help you focus, relax, and sleep. There's also a scenarios function for short-term soundscapes for your daily activities such as deep work, chill, self-care, power nap, chores, read, which I really enjoyed. I'm the type of person that really likes to have music on in the background all the time, but when I'm reading or editing or thinking, sometimes music can be a bit repetitive and kind of get me stuck on a brain loop, and INNATE has really solved that problem for me. The first 100 people to go to my link below in the video description here will get a 1-week trial completely free. The clean design of the app makes it so easy to just open it, figure out what you're doing. You want to focus, you want to relieve some stress, you're doing some self-care, click a button and just let it play. Really enjoyable, and I would highly suggest, if you enjoy this sort of thing, to take advantage of this free trial offer. Thank you so much to INNATE for sponsoring this video, and now let's get into our session. Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by luneinnate, and what I'm creating for you today, for the collective, could simply be a ASMR style video to support your comfort, your rest, your relaxation. Switching gears a little, however you might use ASMR for yourself personally. Could be a method for you to communicate to your subconscious mind. And if you're open to the concepts of energy work by proxy, you could treat this as an energy work session for yourself. And if that's confusing to you, all you have to do is kind of allow yourself to receive on behalf of your highest and greatest good, and of course in complete alignment and respect to your personal free will and personal boundaries and what's most aligned to you. And just let yourself receive. Just say, I receive that which might support me, or that which would support me. Our theme for today is going to be working in the aura. And I know I have many aura videos, but I don't think we can have enough. And I wanted to take a slightly different approach here and just talk briefly about the aura as we get started here today. Because the auric field is this etheric, this subtle field around you. And it picks up that which is around you. Or it can, at least, and for most of us it does, pick up that which is around us in the environment. So that could be an argument you pass through, that could be, dealing with someone else's fear, and it sort of touches your outer membrane and starts to sink in, getting closer and closer to, I don't want to say manipulate your mind, but influence your thoughts, let's say, or influence your emotional response and your emotions and your thoughts or vibrations. So as such, they affect your personal vibration, and then they affect what's attracting to you and such. So, on the other hand, your thoughts influence your aura. So, for example, if you've gone through a rough time, if you've gone through a rough patch, and you've been thinking bad thoughts, that's fine. No shame. We all do it. But what can kind of happen is then that even when we're ready to move on, even when we commit to, healthy affirmations, or, I'm not going to wallow in this, I'm choosing to move on. What can happen is our outer cloud is still holding the vibrations of the thoughts, the more negative or disempowered thoughts that we had in this field before. So we're working with the aura here, yes, for what you experience, what you might walk through, the sort of energetic debris, the influence around you, if it is disempowering or, putting you off of your, or out of touch perhaps with your most divine alignment. But also we want to take the approach from the self-imposed sort of play here as well, and just address the fact that our own thoughts have influenced our auric field. So we're going to sweep and clear and empower this space as we move through our session today. All right. We're going to start with a candle. And some incense matches. Thank you for your patience with the traffic in the background. I don't plan to live here forever, but for now I gotta deal with it. If you're curious, these are the strawberry ones. And I'm making my way through this pack, and I only use them with you. So, now we're going to light our candle. On behalf of the highest and greatest good and imperfect comfort and imperfect alignment, our intention today is to support you in your auric field, to cleanse the space, to empower the space, to influence this space in a positive way so that you're in this cozy cocoon, this cozy little burrito of empowered thought or empowered frequency, empowered vibration, to just support you. Like, need I say more, honestly? We want to address projection, so that which other people have sent to us, specifically like sent to us. We want to address that which we've just kind of encountered, as we're human and we go about our day here, dealing with other people. And, sorry. And of course, we want to address our own issue of populating or influencing this auric field around us in any type of, again, sorry for reusing this word so much, but disempowering thoughts or frequencies or emotions. It is not wrong to think these things. It is not wrong to have uncomfortable feelings or to feel pain or grief or hopelessness. It's all part of the human experience, But if we're ready to move on, if we're ready to make that shift, that change, that pivot, so to speak, let's set ourselves up for success through this auric work. And you wouldn't believe how much can happen just by working in the aura, if you're open to it. Alright, and of course, if you have your own intention you would like to set, please have a look at this little flame, this little window, this little doorway, this little portal, this little passageway to send in your will, direct your will. Is there something specific you'd like to empower your auric field with? Say it, claim it, be it, let it flow. Okay. Going to begin just with my hands first. Charging my hands, focusing to empower my hands and assign them this task of connecting with you beyond time and space to comb through. And as I'm combing, I'm channeling and we're circulating. There is movement, there is release, like waves pushing in and pushing out that which doesn't serve you. So we're just connecting here. I'm seeing nesting dolls. Combing through around you, expanding understanding more, and I'll bring you back visually for a sec. And I'm going to walk around you gently, just combing, just sweeping, just feeling and sensing a bit too. Nice little smoke. Of course, these are my favorite rope incense. These ones are sandalwood. Lights over here. We're going to work through the aura with the smoke, this sandalwood, with the intentions of purification. Not as in you are unpure, please. Mind my words here. But purification to cleanse and release negativity, disempowerment, discomfort, the loop, the mental loop we get stuck on, the emotional sponginess perhaps from other people. I'm just going to brighten us up a little. From other people, or a collective fear, or a collective loss, a collective grief. And of course, there's beauty in empathy, there's beauty in feeling what the world is feeling, but at the same time, it doesn't help energetically to match someone. It helps to be able to pull people up through your actions, through your focus. And if you're on Patreon, the blue flame that we talked about this month is a little bit about that, isn't it? Okay. Now, I'm just going to use a feather from the Real Crystal Witch, a beautiful gift from a friend who has a great shop. And we're just going to go all through, focusing, even though it looks like I'm just in front of your face, I'm focusing all around you. Clearing, clearing, clearing. Alright, over the head now, and focusing down below the feet, over the shoulder, and the other, and then around your back. I'll bring you back so you're not deeply out of focus. Around your back. Feeling a little more clear, remembering your commitments to self, I want to say, commitments to you, your journey, your path, your uniqueness that can be influenced through projections. creating movement, just supporting flow. Calling in a waterfall, a laser beam, a shower, a mist, a fire, a flame, a divine fire or flame, the wind, liquid magma, liquid earth, primordial matter, however you want to think of it, but we're calling in that flow. Energetically speaking, the power of these sources, the power of these correspondents to move through you, move through your fields, just empowering it, fortifying it, helping you to see, to stand, straight up in your power, in your comforts, in your alignment to your soul, your higher self, your inner being. I'm seeing like emeralds. I'm seeing specifically a stone. It's a man-made stone, green gold stone specifically, which I'm sure I have somewhere, but I don't have access to it at this moment. Okay. I will keep this. I'm going to be using some rosemary for clarity. It smells so good. But we're just going to comb through, kind of weaving, threading these little currents, these little, what can we call them? Currents. Within liquid, there's still kind of currents that move through. And these are currents of clarity, of mental and emotional understanding, cognition, support. Just kind of weaving them through, moving them through, commanding your aura to expand so we can really pull out this grid, these layers, and work this supportive intention and correspondence. Through. Pardon me there. Use a few stones today. This one is actually a piece of mica from New Jersey. I got it at a gem and mineral show. It's so freaking cool looking. It looks like the Terminator T2. Does that make sense? For the heads, for the 90s heads. But we're gonna work with this for the intention of working through layers of development, accessing all these different, can you see, layers here. We're going to go through, actually, I think I feel more comfortable like this. Go through, working with the development, like holding space for the development of your soul experience. Holding space around you, honoring as incense burns in the temple, hallways and gardens. how the foundation is laid, so sturdy, stable, and our soul develops and manifests and creates so purposefully. Working into feeling a lot of funny feelings in my throat. So I just want to focus there. Almost like that bubble throat feeling. I'm seeing scenes, and I'm having a hard time determining if they're mine or yours. But I'm seeing scenes that I see every day, of palm trees, of blue skies, of hibiscus flowers, of iguanas, of the tropics, of now mangoes hanging on trees. So a fertile land, a lush space, what it makes me think of truly, beyond the iguanas and stuff, is just finding gratitude for the moment, I'm very blessed, I'm very lucky to live in such a gorgeous space, but even if I was back in Staten Island, or back in Jersey, I could still focus on the oak tree, or the squirrels there, or walk to the marina, and just find a place that feels so right to sit. Finding comfort where you are and appreciating where you are. And perhaps for some of you, maybe you've been kind of beating yourself up, or beating up your present location or experience, kind of hating on stuff, and no shame, no projection here, just saying. But there's always something you could find, even if you want to move. You gotta kind of love where you're at first. So let's just empower our field with that, loving where we are now, so we can love in other places too. I'm just gonna put this in our grid at the base here. The other stone I'd love to work with you with today is this beautiful, wow, you really can't see, very grapey, very grape colored amethyst. How gorgeous, right? And it has beautiful phantoms in it, so let me see if I can show you. Let me get a light. Be careful, because this might be bright for you, but can you see the phantoms there? I don't know if that works. Maybe, yeah, I think I can see them. How gorgeous, right? And we're going to use this to channel through to our auric field to really just call in that fresh energy of spirit, because of course the earth, pardon me, I'm slurring my speech. The earth is so powerful to work with, as we were speaking with the mica and the finding appreciation in the space, of course, and connecting to the body and the senses too, and how we can use that to fill our auric field with really lovely energy and frequencies and vibrations. And to, add to the other side, we're working here with more of a spirit sort of energy. So think pattern, think intelligence, think code, think blueprint, think design. Okay, I'm going to try to bring it back and channel through. Calling it in, calling it through, swirling around you, your etheric field. Calling in the intelligence of source, of spirit, which of course is always with you. We can still invite it to be more powerful. or to experience it more powerfully, or to invoke our will and ask for support from Spirit, from Source, from what we might call higher intelligence. And I want to focus very deeply now through the center core of your being, of your body, calling in, let's say, a attunement of sorts, not a Reiki attunement, but an attunement of sorts to this space. And a commitment, an invitation, and the suggestion of rapport, the hello, hello higher self, hello higher being, hello God within me. I'm committing to you, I've committed to you. Let's do this, let's live this life. Let's stand in our truth, let's stand in our power, let's create amazing experiences and all the amazing things along the way. And while we're in the core here, my homie Jezebel and her partner sent me from Deshampsia, sent me these. Oh my gosh, like the buzz from these I get. These are pure resin oils that they harvest themselves. How cool is that? And forgive my mispronunciation here. And again, these are from Deshampsia, which I believe I'm also mispronouncing. But this is called, oops, that's not the one I want to use first. Good catch. But this one is, forgive me, pinyon pine. And this is, my intention is to work with this for balancing, harmonizing, establishing, sort of protecting as well, protecting that center core. You're protecting, not because you're weak and you need protection, but protecting your center frequency to be aligned to you. Not to me, not to what I think you need, to you, to what you would be best served, you and what your higher self knows you need. And we're just going to work with this anointment, this gorgeous resin. How amazing, how sacred, through this channel. Moving through. And if you wonder why I'm snapping, I just kind of want to shock it through. Like a pulse, like a heartbeat. I'm going to anoint the brow. And I'm going to anoint my own elbows and wrists because I want some. So yummy. And then we're going to use the frankincense, the green Hohari frankincense. Again, I think I'm probably butchering it. These do settle a little because they're so pure. I think they're typically pretty cloudy, so if you purchase one, make sure you shake it up. You might not even notice. Alright, so for frankincense, for your divinity, a similar intention here, but that divinity within you. Just calling it in, just feeding it, nurturing it. Running through you. Not that it wasn't before, but we can feed it, right? We can honor it. We can commit to it even more. And the God in you wants to be fulfilled. Not like it's in an end game, but to be appreciative, to be grateful, to be joyous, to be empowered, to learn through this experience and become even more developed if we could even imagine. And then we're going to go again on the brow. Down the bridge of the nose. And just like kind of on the brow bones. I do apologize for these revving engines outside. I swear someone's just going around the block on a little joyride. Oh my god. So good. I think there's 3 others as well. 3. I know there's more, but I'm pretty sure the number is 3. There's like a copal, maybe another pine, and someone that I'm forgetting. Now we're going to take also from the Jamsia this sacred frankincense hydrosol. I'm going to spray behind your back. 8 around to your side. Your other side. In front of you. Over your head, and forgive me, I'm going to protect my lens. I'm focusing down below your feet. And I'll take a little too. And then I'm going to put on my hands. Take the pine as well. Fluff around your auric field, and I'm going to hold visions of, and feeling, really the visions are to support the feeling of your empowerment, of your most aligned state, of this comfortable field around you to navigate your reality and to set you up for success in your own personal journey, intentions, manifestations, lessons, relationships, your relationship to everything, to food, to money, to sex, to people, to animals, to plants, to the mineral kingdom as well, to literally everything, to God, to the universe, to darkness too, to light and darkness, because we're not all about toxic positivity here, are we? We honor the shadow as much as we honor the light. It's all part of the experience. And then, as that resin is quite thick, I'm just gonna anoint the center. And again, waft it through. Circulate it. Visualize the starry night or the shimmers on a lake or the glistening pieces in your candle. Just see, or like sparkles, like in a crystal, right? Prisms, rainbows, fractals. that you enjoyed our little time together today. I hope that you enjoyed your session. I hope that this supports you. Please let me know if it does. It really, I don't want to say motivates me, because I do feel quite inspired, but it really does help me keep going. It really energizes me to hear your feedback and comments and stuff like that. Like, I'm so grateful. So thank you. Special thank you to those in Patreon. Special thank you to those I've been blessed to work with. I'm looking forward to our class this Saturday. And just thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share a piece of your past tonight. It truly means so much to me. It's such an honor. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine within you and I, and to this interesting energetic connection that we share. Much, 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 much love to you.